Right, oil update. As I said in my previous videos, and if you've watched them all the way back, I've been predicting oil dropping when we were at $86. I said we will come down to $76, have resistance there, which basically happened right here, where I've got the end of wave 3. Then it bounced because of resistance. Then I said it'd probably drop to 70 afterwards, which is where we've ended up down here at 72 so far. Now we've had a little bit of a bounce, which I still think is just wave 4. And I think we're going to come down and my new target now, is still 70, but I think we can actually go down to 67 now. Potentially lower as well. But at the minute, I'm going to stick with 67 as my target, which is this orange line here. And that would be the 5-wave move down here. I know my chart's messy again, but they're always going to be. But I will always highlight the parts I'm talking about and explain everything, so it shouldn't really matter to you. Obviously, there is a possibility we could go up. So that's my bearish path at the minute, and still my main path until we break support. Question is, where's support? So if we come up here, this isn't a wedge that I'm drawing going down, by the way, because the larger blue line here is just a large, as you can see, it's a very large trend line coming all the way down from the top, starting here, running all the way down here, which is why there is a chance we could make a little bit of a move up now. But we seem to have hit some resistance and support areas again, and that's why I've drawn this line here. So it's not a wedge, but it all looks like it's a wedge, but it's just a trend line for the move up. I'm going to turn off the Ichimoku clouds because they're a bit messy and you can't really see much of them either. So basically, we're either going up now in an ABC, which is this green path here, and we should realistically equal the previous wave 4 of 3, which is over there. If we do that, we should come back down. But right now, because of the resistance we've had at this blue trend line here and the way the market's acting, and the move up isn't really impulsive, even though it doesn't have to be impulsive being a wave 4. I just feel like, looking at the charts and everything, I know that it isn't actually even going to bother making that move up. But it's a possibility, so we have to have it on the chart and we have to look out for it, because if it does start to come above, say, this area here again, if we come back, if this comes back up here, even if this actually comes back even up to here, it's starting to get dangerous. Then if we can get through here and get through this trend line, maybe retest the trend line, then we could be on our way up here. But until we start doing that, at the minute I'm still bearish. So look, if that's one possibility for moving up, another possibility for moving up is we've already finished the 5-wave move down. We're not going to get another low, and then we're either going to move up in a 5-wave move to start a new impulse trend up, which would go like that, or we're just going to go into a larger ABC. So this C would extend to round about probably up here where the 3 is. So again, that's an important area, because if this C wave does come up here and then we have a pullback and it breaks through again, then we know we're in the impulse 5-wave move up, and the next pullback here should then send us back up again. But as I said, I don't think this is going to happen. It's just possibilities to have on the charts just in case. So this could come up to here. Let's just say that does come up to there. Then that would be a larger B wave. So the whole move down from the top of where this blue trend line is, or even further back, would be the ABC. For A, we would then have another ABC for B going up there, and then we would get a 5-wave move down after, which would definitely take out this, would be much further down then. I did hear Gareth Soloway say in a video the other day that he expects oil to ultimately come down to $50. So bearing in mind he said that, which doesn't really matter because he could probably change that prediction along the way anyway, just like I do with mine. Because the way it's looking at the minute is, if we do just carry on down now, which is the most likely path still, I don't think we're really going to make it past 67, 65 area. If we do, it will then be more impulsive pattern down, which will mean we will probably end up down at 50, but we'll probably get a bounce first. So I think if what Gareth's saying is right, we will actually probably get the B wave up now for this C, stop around $83, then come back down again, which would then touch the 50. But I think Gareth's gone a bit low on that in a minute, but we'll see. I could change my mind on that. You just never know. But right now, I actually think we're moving down still, possibly in an ending diagonal. But we'll see. We'll just have to track it as we go. But my favourite path is still coming down. And like I said, my new target is now $67. And bear in mind, I have predicted this from 86. And when was we at 86? Let's just have a look. 86. So when we were at 86, it was over here, which was 30th of October. So for the last 4 weeks, basically, I've predicted it right, and it's come all the way down. It's hit my first target, which was $76. It's $2 away from hitting my second target at 67. And now, as things have played out, I've made another target of 67. So bullish case number one is we get an ABC up to this box, to the wave 4 1.0 that I've wrote in here. Second bullish path is we get a larger B wave, and it extends up to here, then drops. Or the third bullish path is we have a new 5 wave move up, blowing through the 1.618 extension and taking us higher up, which would mean oil is starting to move back up. So that's the 3 bullish paths, and the 1 bearish path left on the table right now is this. And I'll say it again, still my favourite path until support breaks. Also, if you're wondering should I say resistance, I always say resistance and support the wrong way around, so just ignore me. Whenever I say resistance and support, you know it's one or the other. I always seem to mix them up as I'm ranting away talking about the charts. So basically, support's obviously at the bottom and resistance is higher up, but I always say them the wrong way around. So basically, support at the minute would be at these 2 bottoms here. So if this can come, looks like it's going to come down. It's had a nice rejection on the 2-hour and the hourly chart, and it looks like it's pumping down again. And it's also come down so far already that it's looking like it's probably just going to break this low and carry on down into the bearish path. So support at the minute is around here, and resistance, as I talked about a minute ago, is just slightly higher up, and obviously this trend line here. So there's not much we can really do apart from just wait this bit out. This is where you need to be patient as a trader. Have your path set and pick which one's your favourite, but I wouldn't say your favourite really, not your favourite, because that's not going to be the same. It's the most favoured path because of analysis, not which one you just like the most. Whichever one makes the most sense after you've done all your analysis. Sometimes I sit and go over and over a chart for like half an hour and a half. And then eventually I'll come to the conclusion which path is more likely from loads of different combinations of outcomes or combinations of Fibonacci's or trend lines that I draw. I eventually just become settled and think, this is the one. That's what I think is the most preferred path based on these reasons, and the reasons are whatever, depending on the situation. And then when I feel confident and happy enough in that respect, then normally I just stick to my plan and trade that way, and now I don't veer away from it. Because in the past, as an inexperienced trader, I've had a plan and thought that's definitely going to happen, and then moves in the market short term have persuaded me to go the other way again, and that's been a mistake. So now I just stick to the plan. So right now, my bearish case is most favoured, and most likely due to all the technicals and everything else. I mean, I do look at things like the MACD. So if we go to like the daily MACD and RSI now, the RSI on the daily, isn't it? Which is this one here, I'm moving, if you don't know. That's not actually oversold yet. It's towards it, do you know what I mean? It's low, but it's not oversold. And you can see the MACD's trying to sort of bend back over to the upside. But now it's looking like it's failing again and coming back down. And again, it's not really. I mean, let's just move these up a bit. Oops. God. If I move that up and give it a bit more room, you can see it is low, but it's not as low as I can go. So, right now, still sticking to the downside plan. But if it nearly did break support like earlier today, or was it Friday? I can't remember. But yeah, it's come down today though, made it look more bearish again. So we're just gonna have to wait this part out and see. That's all for now. I'm really tired. It's only 8 PM here on a Monday night in the UK, but cat's meowing in the background for attention. I'm going to go to my bed soon. About another hour left to trade in the UK on normal market times, then an hour after market, and then it's done. But I normally stop trading by around about this time of night anyway. Normally have my profit secured for the day. If not, I set potential hedges to kick in overnight in case any markets move in a crazy way whilst I'm asleep. But anyway, happy trading guys. Hope this video helps.